All right, I'll discuss something very controversial with you, and I'm very sure you'll have opposing views. So feel free to comment down below. Okay? And I think, I don't know what exactly will be the topic, but means the title, but it'll be why I insist on members calling my members who join my WhatsApp group or people that I know or my students. They should call me sir. Okay? SIR, sir. And in my group, they call elders sir, and the women who are elder to them, madam. Okay. In fact, many people have questioned me, why does your wife also call you sir? Okay, my wife, who is T7 or something, she calls me sir. Okay, and I'm very particular. Indians, especially the Indians, young Indian boys and girls who join my groups, they have to call senior sir, and especially when they address me. So now the question is, why? Who the fuck are you? Like, that'll be the first question. And who the fuck are you? You're just a tattooed, half-naked Indian, nobody, nothing. Even Elon, they say, hi Elon. They talk and address him by name. Jeff Bezos, I saw one video, they say, hey Jeffy, well, that kind of thing. So they'll be like, who are you? Some kind of big shot or... And then obviously there's references to the British imperialist who, you know, were ruling India. They used to treat Indians like slaves with disrespect and make sure that they call them sir. So am I following the same racist approach? Okay, I'll tell you why I insist, especially with Indians, And yeah, whoever wants to join my group, you better, elder, call sir. Okay. So what is the logic behind it? You hear it, and then obviously you can make fun. I'm pretty sure a lot of my trolls and guys want to make fun. Sir Loy, your highness, your greatness. It's not like everyone I meet on the road has to call me sir. It's only in these WhatsApp groups. Normal people here, they just call me by name. Okay, I'm just doing this online. I have a protocol there. Okay, so what is the logic behind it? If you see the military, Army, Navy, Air Force, why do they call the person above you sir? Yes sir, no sir, you know, I follow you sir. You know, special forces, why? Okay, why is that? Because the person above you, you have to respect rank, power, authority, and obedience. No questions asked, obedience. You have to be obedient. So obedience. And that is what the British try to do with the Indians. Okay. So now you'll be like, oh, so you want a bunch of slaves? No. I've told you, with my mentors, with the people I respect, you know, with my kindergarten teachers, I say, sir, madam. I give them the respect because they looked after me when I was small. They taught me whatever they taught me. Even my mentor, I call my mentor, he was a colonel in the police force. He later on became a major. But I'm used to call him colonel. I never call him Murad. Never. His name is Mohammad Murad. I always call him colonel. Colonel out of the respect. Because I always looked at him. Sir, I could call him sir, but colonel was... Because in his police force, everyone referred to him as colonel. Okay. People call him Murad. Today, people call him by the name. But I'm not comfortable calling him by name. I'll respect him. He's my mentor. My relatives, I say uncle, auntie. My wife's mother, I say mama. I call her mother. Okay. So I don't call elders by their name. I'll just give respect. But there is a different school of thought, which I'm very aware of. Like, for example, in India, if you're working, you'll call your senior sir in a company. But if same guy, if he were to transfer to USA, even a CEO of a company earning much more, 100 times more than his manager, would say, just call me Jeff, just call me Mark, just call me by my name. There's no Mr., there's nothing. Yeah, what do you want? They talk to you equally. Okay? I'm aware of that. In fact, many of my clients, they work for these big companies. They don't call each other sir or madam, just first name. And they insist on calling the first name. They don't like this Mr. and this. They really don't. They find it offensive. But I have mentored my students and the people who take my coaching. Okay, fine, don't call them sir, but I want you to treat them as if you are learning, the term is called servant leadership. I want you to treat them as if they are your mentor, they are your teacher, they are above you, and give them so much of respect, honor, that they should marvel at your humility. So even if you are the smartest, even if you know everything, even if you know more than them, you respect them. Be so likable, be so humble. They should really, they should love you for it. And I'll tell you, my strategy has worked, because almost all my students who have followed this strategy sincerely, they have been either liked, promoted, or salary increment, or they've succeeded. Okay, so nobody feels bad when you respect someone. Like even, for example, the president of a country, or the king, or someone senior in the government, we always give them sir. And here in Thailand, respect is paramount. That's why they join their hands in swadika, like they bow, okay, with respect. So it's a land where respect is taught. Even Indian culture, they teach you with respect. That's why they touch the feet. My wife, when there's a festival, she touches my feet and puts her head to my legs, and my daughter also does it. And it's not that, oh, I feel good about it. No, it's respect. She does that to the monks. And if I'm with my wifey, I kneel down, I bow, because it's tradition. You have to respect the culture. I may not follow it, but I'm their guest. I need to follow protocol. Okay. So now, what is the logic behind having this sir culture, madam culture in my group? One is obedience. I want to make sure that they are obedient and they follow the rules. And I'll tell you why I specifically insist on Indians, Indians following this. So one is obedience. The second one is humility. You can read Google, you can have AI software, chat GPT, whatever, and you can brag that I read 100 books. Nothing takes place or replaces experience. You'll obviously say there are a lot of people who are in their 60s, but they don't deserve our respect. True, there are people who are, for example, murderers, rapists, pedophiles, criminals. Obviously, they don't deserve respect. And if someone is a boozer, drunkard, and he abuses his authority at the age of 60, of course, you shouldn't respect them. But generally, anyone elder to you, you must respect. Anyone who has achieved more than you, whether it's money, whether it's power. Now, for example, you'll say, what if he is an 18-year-old, he has achieved millions on YouTube? Would you call him sir? I may not call an 18-year-old sir, but if he has achieved much more than me, I will give him the respect he deserves in the area, the field where he has achieved greatness. For example, a bodybuilder who's Mr. Olympia, maybe he has 22-inch arms, he is lifting 500 kilos, I can lift only maybe 10 kilos. I will humble myself in front of this person. And someone who has achieved like business savvy and has achieved much more financial success than me, I will be humble and keep quiet and listen. And I'll treat them with that same respect and reverence. Now you'll say, what if he's a womanizer but he's rich? I'll respect him for the field where he's amazing. Rest of the other areas is not my concern. Unless it's a criminal activity, then I will not want to associate with that person at all. So then obviously we'll say, get to the point, man. What about your group? One is obedience, one is humility, one is order. And now it comes to why specifically Indians, why I'm particular. This is the part which I'm sure will get the maximum controversy. Our Indians now are not used to the Western culture. They are just not used to it. They are not used to the Western concepts. It is all new for them. And the proof of this is females who try to be feminists. They are trying to incorporate a Western template. Females and guys who have an excuse to just have fun. And what do they, give this to credit? Oh, in the West, it's like this. Why nowadays young boys and girls don't respect their parents? The modernized, oh, I'm, forward thinking. Even my brother, younger brother, who's I think 11 or 13 years old, younger than me. In between, he started calling my mother. Those days, I used to call her mummy, and my dad, hey dad. Okay, never called him by name. He started to call. I think he was 14, 15. He started calling, hey Helen, the mother with the name, and my stepfather, which is his real father, used to call hey Frederick or Pinto or whatever. I didn't like it because he was studying in Australia or something like that. Now I don't know what does he call them. When we talk, he just says mom and dad. Okay. But I don't respect them anymore because of, now I've broken away from their clutches. So I just refer to them as Helen and Pinto because they don't deserve respect for abusing and torturing me as a child. So where I was saying was, our Indians, no? The problem is if you give them a finger, they'll take your hand. If you give them a little bit of leeway, they will sit on your head. They have the insecurity and the low self-esteem, so much so that they are dying to prove that they are superior. You don't have to go very far. Just check the comment section of my YouTube channel, or go to any other channel where there are someone speaks in Hindi or whatever, and the person is not censoring the comments. You will see the way they talk, disgusting. They will use profanities, and youngsters as young as even 13 or 11 years old. I got one message today. I think it was 19-year-old boy. And he wanted to join my youth group where I put the announcement. And he was like, hey Loy, he's telling me, hey Loy, I want to join the youth group. And he's aware of the rules. You cannot call people by their names. Okay? Especially elder to you and especially me. So this 19-year-old kid, he says, hey Loy. So I said, did you read the rules? Yeah, Loy, I read the rules. No. Okay. So I copy pasted it to him. He read it. He read the rules. And he still goes on, yeah, Loy, read it. So then I said, how do you address your elders? He kept quiet for some time and then he said, oh yes sir, I've read it. So then I asked him, you don't respect your elders? This 19-year-old boy in India, this was his answer, and I'm paraphrasing. In my industry, it's not common for us to to call the elders sir or madam. So I said, you're from India, you're staying in India right now? Yeah. What industry is that? The music industry. Okay, so you call them by the name. Yeah. And that time he had used the term WTF, what the fuck, he was telling me when I didn't add him. So I said, what about this term, what the fuck? Do you normally say that to your elders? And he went on, yeah, we say fuck, we say shit in front of all the elders. We are cool about it. So I just kept quiet. Then after some time I responded. I said, given that your upbringing is so different, your value systems are so different, that you can call elders by their name and you can use terms like fuck and shit in front of people who are old enough to be your father or older than that. Your values don't match ours. It's best you don't join. To which automatically say, oh no sir, in the military, my parents were in the military or someone was in the military, we used to respect, but here they changed and I changed so much, and all the bullshit excuses. But because he came to know that he cannot join my group, automatically, yes sir, no sir, okay. I told him, get in touch with me end of the month, I'll think about it. Okay sir, yes sir, okay. See, how did he suddenly discipline himself? Just imagine a 19-year-old kid who wants your advice, who wants to join your groups, who wants to learn something, and casually, hey Loy, hey, how are you, man? You know, when I go to my mentors or someone, that's not how I talk, man. See, if you want to succeed in life now, you need to be humble, you need to give them respect. I know people say, yeah, you can call someone with the name and respect them. Yeah, so what is dying in you if you say sir or madam? What dies in you? Your ego? No, I don't believe in that. then go find another group, go find another person who doesn't mind being called by the name. Don't join my group. Because in my group, everyone follows the rules. I have, a couple of groups, couple of people. I have students, I have clients. They give each other respect, and once you call someone sir, it's a constant reminder, this person knows more than me. I have to respect this person. It's a constant unconscious reminder. And that is where humility comes in. But if you have chumma, just, hey man, hey Mark, hey this and that, and Western concepts work only for Westerners, they don't work for us. If a Westerner sees touching the feet or joining the hands and saying namaste or calling mom or dad or calling with respect the G at the end, Dadi Ji or whatever G they say, like they call the name with G, like Nehru Ji, like Jawaharlal Nehru, Modi Ji, the Prime Minister of India. But if you westernize everything and call, hey Modi, how are you doing, man? Or like one of this, our Indians normally, when they go abroad, they think they suddenly became white skin, Gora, white philosophies. Like this close friend of mine, young guy, he had gone to Boston from Dubai, Indian chap, Anglo-Orian. After he went to Boston, when he came back, he was working as an intern in this bank. The bank manager, a small bank, was a senior most, nearly 60, Emirati local. Everyone in the bank would call him Mr. Abdullah or Mr. Obaid, I don't know his real name, something like Mr. Mohammed or Mr. Abdullah or whatever. This guy comes, I think 16, 17, 18, whatever, intern. Everyone else is calling Mr. Abdullah or Mr. Obaid sir or something like that. This guy goes, hey Abdullah, morning, how are you? Terminated on the spot. See, if your ego and your belief systems are so strong, then go join other people or other groups where they share your common values or concepts. Don't join where they follow certain rules and principles. If anyone wants to join my groups, they follow my rules. And as of now, it's working. I know you'll say, oh, only those cheap shit Indians will follow. Fine. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever convinces you that you are superior and you are better. And if you're searching for someone who treats you equal to you and you feel calling someone who has achieved much more than you by his name, or old enough to be your father by his name, or find a group like that, no? So that's as simple as it goes here. For me, respect is paramount. Okay? And you follow protocol. You can't do that and you want to reinvent your rules, go find someone else. I tell them, I don't need you, I didn't come to you, you came to me. So you follow the rules. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. And yeah, with all this British imperialists and all that, there are protocols to even how you greet the Queen, how you greet the King, how do you walk, front, back, the actions that you take. Parliamentary procedures are there. So if we throw all that out of the window, we'll end up with a mess. And as it is, today's generation doesn't give a damn and doesn't respect anyone. It'll be nothing like how the West is, a complete shit show, and one of the worst places for a youngster to be born, because all these youngsters think no end of themselves, and that is why countries like US and all that and Canada have gone to the dogs. No respect, no value, no nothing. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Agree, disagree. Love to hear from you. You guys take care. This is me signing off.